Hello and welcome to another reading vlog. It is Monday? Is it Monday? It is still Monday. I don't have my phone on me. 17th? Yes. I didn't vlog for a week. I filmed like a clip and a half, and then I was just feeling really tired and I had a lot on. This week's also pretty busy, but I'm gonna try and vlog anyway. And I was feeling kind of like vlogged out. I'm feeling a bit more into it this week. We'll see how we go this week, but I'm definitely gonna vlog through March, even though technically I'm gonna be away right at the end of March, so that could be an interesting end of Simsathon, but we'll figure it out. I'm currently reading a couple of things. I started Seven Blades in Black on audio today because I don't want to own it. I borrowed it out from the library once, but it was a very like beat up copy, and I kind of have like a textural aversion if a book is too beat up. It has to be like really beat up or like not at all, not a weird in between, and it was right in that weird in between. The pages were kind of like sun damaged in the corners and it was weird. So I'm listening to the audiobook for that. I'm also halfway through Arsenic for Tea by Robin Stevens. This is the second book in the Murder Most Unladylike series. I'm really enjoying it. I want to try and finish it tonight, but there's not that much. I'm tired, so I don't know if I'm actually going to achieve that. And then after that, I really want to read The Hand on the Wall by Maureen Johnson. So this week I'm busy, like pretty busy, and I'm going away this weekend for work, so it might be a short vlog. I might cut it off before then, but I want to finish this, maybe read all of Seven Blades in Black, The Hand on the Wall, and then because I still have a few of my like TBR jar picks that I want to get through before the end of the month, and my oldest book on my TBR, we might read The King and the Criminal, Steel Cross Saga. Maybe that might be what we get through this week. Those like three and a half. If I can also get through The Girl King, that'd be amazing. But we'll see. We'll see. The King and the Criminal should be really quick. It's only like 100 and something pages. But we're gonna do our best here, which means I should probably go get to reading. I totally forgot to update you last night, but I did finish Arsenic for Tea by Robin Stevens. I gave this 4 stars. I thought it was really fun. I kind of liked, the twist was really good. The reveal was like, it wasn't completely out of left field, but I also didn't see it coming, which is what I wanted. Honestly, it was just a great time. I totally recommend this series as like your murder mystery that's like fun and not scary. And I'm definitely going to be picking up book 3 in the series really soon. I really enjoyed this. Loved it. It was such great fun. I will say though, which is true of this whole series, it does feature a main character who is Hong Kong Chinese. And it's not own voices. She's living in, like the narrator, Hazel, is living in at a British boarding school with these like British friends, but she is from Hong Kong. And as far as my research can tell, that's not own voices. So keep that in mind, but it is not really a strong component of the story. It's just like there. But yeah, so that exists, but like, I love the story, it's great fun. I also, in 24 hours, read The Hand on the Wall by Maureen Johnson. And seeing as I read it in 24 hours, I of course had to give it 5 stars. This is the 3rd and final book in the Truly Devious series. I love this series. It's got pros and cons that like are very different from the average murder mystery thrill. It's not a thriller, it's a mystery. So the mystery element actually goes across all 3 books, so nothing gets really properly resolved in book 1 or 2, so that's something to keep in mind. But also I feel like there's kind of 2 threads. There's a mystery that happened in the past and a mystery that happened that is happening in the current time with our main character Stevie, and she's her goal is to solve the historical crime, but she's also kind of solving the modern day problem in the same instance. But one thing is that like there's these flashbacks that are not directly related to what Stevie finds out or anything. They just kind of are there, and they kind of progress the historical mystery, so the reader is kind of ahead of Stevie in a lot of ways in regards to the historical mystery. So kind of the pacing of those reveals is not average, or like not typical for a mystery, but the modern day mystery had all the appropriate beats of like when you found stuff out. I will say this is a lot of like interpersonal stuff and less sleuthing. This whole series is probably more like a contemporary with a murder mystery element that's a strong murder mystery element, but it is still like strongly also like a YA coming of agey contemporary kind of novel at the same breath. We're still dealing with a lot of like relationship drama, school drama. It's not even drama, like happenings. Stevie also suffers from anxiety and she's dealing with that. I will also say though, reading this physical copy, I do think this was maybe rushed through line editing, because there were a couple of things that were like obviously wrong that I picked up on that I like visibly noticed. So, and I don't tend to notice little typos, so I do think like just like the name and the wrong person's name in the wrong spot, it was obvious what was meant, but like I do think that kind of like I just noticed it. But yeah, I absolutely flew through this. The reveals were good, though one was like April talked about how she thought one was a bit of a like easy ending, and I agree. When we were talking about it, I agree that was easy. I think the other ending I thought was really clever, and I definitely didn't see it coming, whereas I kind of saw one vaguely coming. Like there were a couple of ways it could have gone, but I saw that how it ended up happening. But overall I thought it was really clever. So yeah, 5 stars. Anyway, now I also listened to quite a bit of Seven Blades in Black by Sam Sykes on audiobook. But now I'm gonna have dinner and work on, or start, The King and the Criminal by Charlotte Ashe, which is the sequel to The She, The Heart of All Worlds book 2. I think they're companion novels, but it's pretty short, so it shouldn't take too long. Part of me is like, if I'm not enjoying it, when do I say I'm going to DNF it if I'm not enjoying it? But also, I don't really want to get rid of it, even if I'm not enjoying it, so maybe I will just push through. I don't know. I wonder when book 3 comes out. I don't know. So I can't remember if I mentioned last night, I decided to DNF The King and the Criminal. I think I did talk about this, that I was going to pick up Steel Crow Saga. I also decided last night to DNF Dawnfall by Roanna Silver? For a couple of reasons. Not that I don't think this is such an important story, and I think some people will absolutely love it, but it's essentially a narrative game where you like choose your own adventure, but like in a like a sim game narrative style. Like I know plenty of games like it, like have visuals or don't have visuals, where you just like picking the dialogue options essentially. It's like that, but all in text, which I thought I would like. I kind of don't know why I thought I would like it. Obviously plot wise and like the actual like content of this game, I was like, fuck yeah. Super queer, super diverse, polyamory, or potential polyamory. You can make it polyamorous, depending on your choices. Like you can romance multiple characters at once, like all of that. Positive. But the format for me really wasn't working, and it's a me thing. I'm not good at games full stop, as in not just doing the game, but also I don't think I've ever finished a game, like played a game from start to finish. You know what I mean? So obviously there's something with the pacing of the narrative format that like disengages me at like the 60% mark. I'll be really interested in a game for a while, and then I'll get a bit in, and then I'll be like, I just can't be bothered anymore. My attention wanes. So I feel like that was kind of happening here, where I didn't have the motivation to keep going back to play. But also, obviously, it's like a self-insert. You're the first person, and that didn't work for me. I felt like because my character was too much of a blank canvas for me to self-insert, I didn't give a shit about her. So it sounds like I don't want my main character to be like me, but then I don't want to make decisions that are not true to me, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, I was really struggling. So I was struggling to pick it up. I was struggling to engage with the main character. And obviously, because of the way it works, a lot of it was character moments where you were talking to different characters and you were finding out information about their past and stuff through talking to them. And I think it just, pacing wise, really wasn't the kind of thing that was going to work for me. So it's a format problem, not a content problem. But so I decided to DNF that as well. So I'm currently reading Seven Blades in Black, Steel Crow Saga, and I also have on my Goodreads currently reading I can't remember what it's called. An Unauthorized Fan Treatise by Lauren James, which is an unauthorized fan treatise. Yeah, which is a web series, like written web format series. It's a thriller following like a blogger who is convinced that these two actors in her favorite TV show are together. And she's kind of doing some suspicious, not suspicious, morally grey things to prove this relationship. And so that's morally ambiguous is what I was going for. So that's kind of the plot of that, but it's a serial, so it comes out like weekly or something. Quite a few of them are out already, but I don't think it finishes till like end of April or early May. So I'm working on that as well. It's really, really fun. But I think that format works better for me because narrative wise it's got a lot more pulling it forward than Dawnfall. That makes sense, but that'll take me a while to finish because I'll catch up, but still then there will still be a few more episodes to go. Like a few more installments to go before it's done. It's not finished yet. So that's also on my currently reading. At any rate, I gotta go to work. And I'll talk to you later. I am really loving Steel Crow Saga though. I'm like 60 pages in and I'm having the time of my life. It's so good. Oh, I'm puffed, but I just been to the library, picked up some things, some graphic novels and some middle grades. So the BookTube SF Awards shortlist came out just the other day. I've read almost everything on it except for 2 middle grades and no 3 middle grades, but one I want to read an audiobook, and 2, like 1 adult fantasy, 1 adult sci-fi. So I've requested what I wanted from the library, and so the 2 physical middle grades that I'm gonna be reading sometime in the next couple of months, I guess, is Dragon Pearl by Yoon-Ha Lee. Both of these actually are from the Rick Riordan Presents series. So this is I want to say Chinese, I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I should look in the back. No, a Korean inspired sci-fi. So that's Dragon Pearl. And then I also grabbed Sal and Gabby Break the Universe by Carlos Hernandez. And this is also obviously a Rick Riordan Presents, and this is obviously, I'm gonna guess, Mexican? Cuban fantasy. I think it's fantasy. It just looks super fun. I think it's like a low fantasy. I don't know, it looks super fun. I'm gonna read both of these in the next couple of months. And then I also picked up volume 1 of Spectacle by Megan Rose Gedris. I heard a couple of people talking about this. I think Joss from, is it Joss? Jocelyn from You Give the Book was talking about this, and maybe also Ali from A Book Order. But it is a murder mystery circus graphic novel. And the artwork is really cool. So I'm going to be reading this month, for sure, in February. And then 2 other graphic novels that both kind of fall on my latest graphic novel craze, which is Tillie Walden. So I also got I Love This Part. These are both really short, actually, both of these ones, compared to some of the other stuff I've ever found. So we have I Love This Part, the story of a small love that can make you feel like the biggest thing around. And also A City Inside, which says not much at all, really. There's like no info about this, but yeah, so this one's called A City Inside. So they're both not very big lengthwise, they're pretty tiny. This one even says this slim volume. So I'm definitely gonna read both of those in early March, and fly through them super quickly. So for now I'm gonna sort out dinner, so I'm hungry, and keep working on Steel Crow Saga. I did listen to a good chunk of Seven Blades in Black as well today, and it was great. I'm really loving it. I also want to finish or catch up with the unauthorized treatise, unauthorized fan treatise, because I'm obsessed. I think I've only got a couple more. Well, let's go to the contents page. No, I don't want to go to that. I want to go to the. I'm on chapter 18. And these are released serially. Okay, there's gonna be 29 plus an epilogue, and there's currently only 18 out. Yes. So I'm up to final chapter that's currently available, because there's no click through to chapter 19. Yeah, so I'm on the final currently available chapter for that, so I'm gonna read that. And then I'll be reading the rest of them serially, like week by week as they come out. So excited about that. Yeah, so I'll read that, update the Goodreads for that, my Goodreads for that, and then work on Steel Crow Saga tonight. And just try and get a nice chunk through this. I'm hopeful to get to like past page 200-ish would be good. I feel like I'm just rambling now. Bye. Don't know what happened there. Apparently I had a memory card error. Really fucking hope not. I haven't corrupted anything. So it is Friday morning. We're going away for the weekend for work. So I'm going to take Steel Crow Saga with me. I'm going to give a presentation today, and then we're going. I'm currently 150 pages into Steel Crow Saga. It is slow going on the page count, but fast going on the pace, mainly because there's just so many words per page. It is a long book, but I'm really enjoying it. It's really entertaining. It's just so fun. If you didn't know, this is a mixed Asian inspired fantasy, by which I mean the author is why am I suddenly blanking? The author is Filipino, but the like inspiration comes from a lot of different Asian countries and explores the differences. Like it's I think kind of like the Poppy War. I feel like it's loosely based on previous like occupation wars around Asia. Why do I keep coming in and out of focus? So there's a country that reads very like Japanese, and there's countries that read very like Korean. There's like 4 or 5 different main countries that are like in this world. I wish there was a map, really. And they'll have different, not all have different magics, but there are different magics and ways they use them. And probably the main one is the one that gets the Pokemon vibes in when people try and describe this book, where essentially you can bond an animal to you, and when you do that you get like one animal and you can like call it into existence. Like the rest of the time like you're sharing a soul with it, and so then it's living inside you, but you can call it out and then return it. It's kind of got a little bit like Pikachu go, and then like return kind of vibes you feel, which is definitely where the like Pokemon vibes are coming from here. But this is like the vague plot is broadly after a big set of revolutions, I guess, where a lot of these small countries reclaimed independence. The prince of one of these countries, I think the one that was taken over everywhere else, they're trying to return him to the throne with not with their agenda, but so they can control the narrative, I guess. And some people are out to kill him, other people want to get him on the throne, and it's all kind of a big mess. But that's kind of the plot, and we follow a bunch of different characters. I am loving it. Yeah, so I'm on chapter 10, which is page 150. I'm definitely going to take this away with me. I'm hoping to finish it while I'm away, but I don't know how much time I'll have to read, so it might not happen. This might be carrying into next week a little, but hey, whatever happens. I currently have a cat being silly. Trixie, what are you doing? Cece, hi. Oh, never mind. Hi, it is Monday night, I guess. I'm gonna wrap this vlog up. I had a pretty busy end of the week, so I kind of like didn't get a chance to vlog at all. I did mention I was going away for the weekend, and we did that, so my camera just like never came out. I'll try and remember to insert some videos, some photos and stuff here if I remember. We were away from like Friday through to Sunday, and so I was working basically the whole time, but I was slowly working my way through Steel Crow Saga, but I haven't finished it. I also was working my way through 7 Blades in Black. Why am I not in focus? Far out. Which I also didn't finish till today, so I'll briefly talk about that. Should I talk about that now? Let's talk about that now. So I did finish today, Monday, which I had been working on all weekend, 7 Blades in Black by Sam Sykes, which is I was listening to the audiobook. It's a high fantasy, I'd say grimdark, following main character Sal the Cacophony, who has a death list and she's crossing names off the list, is basically the premise. I really enjoyed this. I gave it a 5 stars. The narration was just so fun, the action was so intense, and just so much stuff happened, and it was gory and it was gruesome, and it was everything I wanted from it. Just chef's kiss. The cover though is literal disgustingness, so that's one reason why I didn't buy a physical copy and read it physically. I listened to it on audiobook, and I will listen probably to the second one on audiobook as well. There's a prequel novella which I downloaded to my phone, which I'll be reading in the next week, like the next vlog. But yeah, it was good. It was really, really good. Obviously I read it on recommendation from Piera, because Piera loves it, and she's not wrong. It's amazing. I don't even know. It was just so good. So good. But yeah, I didn't finish Steel Crow Saga. I still haven't finished Steel Crow Saga. I'm going to try and finish this tonight. But so that'll be in the next vlog, which I'll be starting shortly. But yeah, that's kind of all I did. We did a lot of touristy stuff. I love food, but I didn't get much reading done. I mean, I got more than I thought I would. Got like 100 pages ish read each day, which is better than 0. But like, so I did better than I thought, but it wasn't like a good reading weekend or anything because I was too busy. But hey, these things happen from time to time. So I guess that's it. I don't know where else to go with this, but I'll see you next week with another reading vlog. Bye.